Hi Christine, I'm in my kitchen today, as is evidenced by 1, the microwave, and by 2, that. A bunch of our heights as we were growing up because we decided we wanted a family home, huh? I finally figured out the 10 books that I wanted to show to you. And I'm kind of sad about my choices because I think they just say a bit too much about me. Also, I'm really sad because I have this one book that I really love and I don't know what happened to it. I think I might have given it to one of my friends to borrow and they just never gave it back, but it was my favorite book and it's gone. And it's called The Princess Academy, and don't judge me because it's really good, because it's all about these people who live in the mountains and they're stone people and they can talk to the stones, and it's just really good. I miss it so much. Who did I give it to? I'll have to find out. The first book is Bam! The First Test by Tamara Pierce. And if you've ever read Tamara Pierce, you know what she writes. She writes fantasy books about either magic or girls who want to become knights, and both are cool with me. But then this girl was like, I want to do it. Also, I lived in this place that's like Japan, but it's called a different name here, even though everything else from Japan is like, Japan, yay! So that's good. And this is the first book in the series. It's a 4-part quartet thing. And I just really like it because Kelladry's not your average, girl thing. She's not your average girl thing. She's your average weirdo, because I guess because she grew up in the Yamato Isles or something, so because she grew up in Japan, she internalizes her emotions. She doesn't normally show emotion. She's dissecting everything from a different cultural standpoint, and it's really, really cool actually. And she was taught really well in the glaive, which is now a weapon that I totally admire. Anyways, I'm gonna stop talking about this book and move on to the next book, which is the last book in said series that I just mentioned, Lady Knight, where, spoiler, she became a Lady Knight. Oh my, spoiling. But this one is, I really like this one because it's about how she mans a refugee camp and how she, organizes it, earns everybody's respect, and, saves people and tells them what to do because they're all fighting against these creepy monster machines that are terrifying and that are almost impossible to stop. Good series. I'd recommend you check it out. I really like this one much more than the Alana series because I got through the first Alana book and I was like, no more. But I got to this book and I got through these 4 and I was like, more. So, these are also Tamara Pierce books, and they are Trickster's Choice, which is the first one, and Trickster's Queen, which is the second one. And they're about Alana's daughter, Allie, and how she got captured by pirates and sold as a slave to these people. And then she meets a trickster god while she prays for the first time ever, and the trickster god's like, well, I could use your help in getting the Isles back for my own people, and then if you do that, I'll set you free and stuff. That sounds good. And she was like, yeah, sure, totally. I mean, my dad's a spy, so I was pretty much raised in how to be a spy, so this should be fun. And it goes really deeply into all the spy works and spying on people, setting up traps, trying to figure out who you can trust, protecting other people. It's just generally very good. I love it because it gets really deep into how to be a spy back in the day. And it was really good. Also, she's got this magical power called the sight, so she can zoom in on things with her eyes, which is really cool. But yeah, I'd say, I can't tell which book I like better. Oh god, they're just such a package. Maybe this one, because I've read this one 3 times, and I've read this one once or twice. So, okay, that's 4 done. This is Beauty Pop, a manga. God, this is showing my personality too much. And it's a manga about a girl who cuts hair, except she's not your typical girl. She's generally apathetic about everything, and she doesn't even want to cut hair. People just make her because she's really good at it. She's got a rivalry with this boy, and she pretends to be a male hairdresser just so that people will leave her alone. And, that's her. I just like it. I really like it. I only have the first book, but I really like it. Also, this is what got me into Skip Beat, so Skip Beat is awesome. Next, How Not to Write a Novel. If you've never, ever, ever read read this book, please do, because it's so funny. It's so much fun. I'll read to you the back little blurb to give you an idea of what this is. What do you think of my fiction book writing? The aspiring novelist extorted. Darn, the editor hectored in turn. I cannot publish your novel. It is full of what we in the business call really awful writing. But how shall I solve this dilemma? I have already read every tome available on how to write well and get published, the writer tossed his head about wildly. It might help, opined the blonde editor helpfully, to ponder how not to write a novel, so you might avoid the very thing. If you didn't catch all of the terrible, terrible writing in that, then you should, this book might help you. It's all about characters, plots, and things that people do that they just really shouldn't do because they're trying to sound too fancy schmancy, or they just kind of suck at writing. So, next, Stephen King's on writing. Guess what I want to be when I grow up other than a theater person? Yeah, the first half is his biography and the second half is on his writing, which I really like. He says that your second draft, or each draft, should be 10% less than the first draft. And in people's writing and in my own writing, I've noticed that when you cut things out, like in experimental theater, when we write scripts and we cut things out, it ends up so much better because you only get the good stuff and there's not superfluous parts. And you cut out all the jokes, and you cut out all the jokes that are like inside jokes, and you cut out all the things that don't really make sense but you just want to be in there because it seems like a good idea. And then you just get the main essence of whatever you're doing. For our experimental script thing, we cut out to the point where it was still 20 minutes long and we couldn't cut out anymore because it would destroy the essence of the thing. However, when we performed it, there were 5 to 8 minutes added on to the end of that. It lasted about 30 minutes because of how much people were laughing. And I think that that's just because we cut out so much. And Stephen King, yeah, read it, very good. Fear and Trembling. This book, oh my god, I don't know why I like it so much because it's horrifying. It's about a French girl who goes to Japan and tries to succeed in the workforce and how twisted everything can get there. My boyfriend got it for me, and for my birthday or Christmas, for Christmas. But this story, yeah, I read it and I was like, oh my god, no! And then I finished it and I was like, that was a really good book. I really like it. Even though the process of reading it was like, So, yeah, that's that. Don't make fun of me. Don't make fun of me. I know it's so pink and fluffy, but it's a good book, and it's like the womanly arts. But no, it's a book that reminds yourself and teaches you, if you're not aware of it, how to have fun and how to do stuff that you like and how to pleasure yourself, basically, and not in that way, freaks. And the point is because, women grow up and they focus more on other people than themselves and they don't make themselves happy, so they end up just, running through life tapped out, not having energy to do anything. And this book is about you doing stuff for yourself and gaining back the energy so that you could pass it on to other people. It's just really good. Rented it from the internet. Bought it from the internet. And then there's this, Drawing on the Right Side of the Brain, which I got, part of the way through, and technically I stole it from my drama classroom, but don't tell anybody, okay? And it's a really good book because it's improved my drawing already, but then I stopped halfway in the middle, so I want to do it so I can finish it. Yeah, I'm really sad that there's no Harry Potter books that I wanted to. But Harry Potter is over for me, so I don't want to really, not yet. It's too early to go back and relive the glory days. I read it all through again for the 6th movie, and then I stopped reading them. Someday I'll go back and read them, but not yet. I'm still healing. Anyways, this has been really long. Let me see how long it's been. Oh, 10 minutes! Well, good job. Okay, I'm gonna have to cut that down a bit. And Christine, I hope you feel better. I realize that surgery really kind of sucks, especially when it's on your abdomen, because all of a sudden you can't do anything like sit up, and sitting up hurts, and you can't put your laptop on your stomach, which is what I used to do. And you have a hard time, standing straight, which really hurts. So I hope that you get better. It'll get better like day by day. It'll get better really fast. And yeah, so I'll see you. I won't see you for a while. I forgot about this part. I'm going to Germany for 2 weeks. So starting August 2nd is when I leave in the morning, and then I get back August 12th in the evening. But likely I'll just be really, really tired from the however long the plane flights are. 22... It will take like 25 hours for some reason. 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 9, 10. So 10 plus 12, which is... Why that doesn't make sense? Oh, time zone. I forgot to factor in the time zone. Screw it. It'll just take a really long time, okay? Both there and back. I don't even care how long it takes anymore. It'll just take a while. And I'll be back after the 12th. And actually, I might be back a little bit after the 12th because I gotta move into my dorm around then, like, the next day, basically. And I also have to say goodbye to some of my friends who are moving away to go to college, too. God, this is gonna suck. Okay. I'll see you later, Christine. And I'll have lots of wonderful footage from Germany. So I'll see you later. Bye, get better, eat foods and stuff.